Hello, folks. We're just going to do a little extemporaneous chatting about Wasteland 3, which, if you've played, this is a familiar sight. I mean, right off the bat, we do have to acknowledge the elephant in the room, the bugs and the lack of optimization. My playthrough so far, I don't know, a third of the way through. I've been pretty lucky. I've had no game-breaking bugs, and the only bugs that I've had have been minimal or cosmetic. Nothing soul-crushing. Apparently co-op's got most of the bugs. But I haven't had any progress blockers or anything. Optimization, though, is something everybody is suffering from. The levels load very slowly. I mean, yeah, about a minute there to load the level. And that's every time you have to load a level. It's not just because it was the first one. So, we are in Union Station right now. Here is my Kodiak. It's had some modifications. I have the... let's see. I have the Goat Launcher Cannon. I recently got the Morning Star AI update. I have the Clown Cannon, which, if you have it and haven't used it, you should. It sets things on fire. The Disco Bot Hood Ornament. And some, various upgrades to the stuff. So, let's take a look at the characters. First thing, unlike Wasteland 2, it's a party-wide inventory. So you don't have to worry about carrying capacity on any of your characters. It also means your inventory is pretty cluttered. But you've got hat, body, legs, trinket, and like before, you can, or unlike before, you can toggle them on and off if you don't want to show the crazy armor. 2 weapon slots, 2 quick slots. Quick slots are used in combat. However, there's no penalty for opening your inventory in combat. So in the middle of combat, if you want to change the weapons around, go for it. Weapon item sorting isn't too bad. However, there is no... wow, I've got a lot of mods. There is no item... there's no tab for trinkets. So the only way to look at trinkets is to do it in your inventory. They're right after armor. So there's all my trinkets. You can get somewhat detailed stats. It doesn't include things like enemies killed, but it'll give you your damage bonuses and, all that sort of stuff. Attributes, that's where you can also see your quirk and your background if you took one. Well, you take a background, but if you took a quirk. Attributes, after level 3, I think, you get 1 attribute point per level. So Ralph here has gotten 16 or 17 attribute points. So you can slowly level things up. Skills, you get 3 per level. Like in 2, you've got the increasing skill cost. So Leadership 9 costs 5, Leadership 10 costs 6. There are a fair number of skills, but they compressed some and they expanded others. For instance, weapon modding and armor modding are 2 separate skills. But lockpicking includes safe cracking. Sneaky shit includes alarm disarm and trap disarming. Landmines are still done with explosives, though, for instance. But weapons have been compressed, so your automatic weapons is your assault rifles and your submachine guns. Small arms is your shotguns and your pistols. Big guns is still just big guns, but that's flamethrowers and heavy machine guns. Brawling is still just brawling. Melee is edged and blunt. And sniper is just sniper. And then every other level, you get a perk point. There are these perks here everyone can get if they want. This was acquired in-game. That was like a quest reward perk. And then you've got various perks for skills. Not every skill has them. Picklock doesn't have any perks, for instance. And if you want to see all of them, then you can. The map is less useful. In Wasteland 2, if I clicked over here, the party would start moving. In 3, the party won't move. And if the party is moving when I pull up the map is static. It won't show them moving. But you do have points of interest. Got a mission log, as you'd expect. Completed. It also posts the recommended level for the given missions. So if something's way beyond you, it'll be red. If you're way over leveled, it'll be green. Yeah. The game also has a reputation system which impacts how people respond to you. Some traders won't trade if your reputation isn't high enough. Some traders will give you a discount if it's high enough. Like, I'm loved by the Monster Army, so I get good deals from them. Also, the higher your general fame, that can have impacts with other people. Now that it looks like it's positive, negative, but I don't know if a deeply negative will help or hurt. But like, I ran into some raiders when I was leaving a location and basically pulled a reputation check to say, we're the Desert Rangers, you sure you want to mess with us? And they said, nope, and ran away. So that's kind of handy. So, I've got Ralph, my explosives and AR guy. I've got my sniper locksmith. Oh, and toaster repair. And I've got my guy. He's wearing the elf outfit. He's also got an elf hat. It says modder, but he's more about weird science and small arms. And hard ass. And then shotguns. And nerd stuff. And first aid. Although first aid's been slacking. Yeah, this is some bulky Space Marine ass armor. And she has cybernetics. You can remove. Oh! I didn't think you could remove that. You didn't used to be able to. Well, that's good to know. So, okay, you can remove cybernetics. Handy. That being said, cybernetics is a perk. So, like, he can't wear cybernetics. This is an NPC that I picked up. He's rocking... He's my mechanic and automatic weapons. He's using a submachine gun because they're way overpowered. And my other NPC, who is a gunslinger. And has barter. For what it's worth, if you're just starting, barter is extremely valuable. For perk level 7, where you have a chance to sell junk items for 50 times their value. Also bear in mind that it considers the stack a single item. So this is 524 pieces of junk. If that triggers on that, it's not going to be 574 bucks. It's going to be thousands. It'll be 50 times 524. Pretty nice. Okay, so all that introduction stuff aside, for one, the music is much better. There's a lot of covers of various songs, kind of done in a Western style. Oh, there's some loot over there. I'm pretty impressed with the music. It's much better than it was in 2. I mean, 2 had that cover of "Do You Want to Hurt Me?" But, I mean, there's a really nice cover of Battle Hymn of the Republic, I believe it is, and a bunch of other stuff. The music is much more solid. It still has its issues, like the load screens. So here we go. Yeah. So now we're going to have another long load screen as we leave this area and go back to the world map. Like I said, the game is not without its issues. I think it's more solid than Wasteland 2 was. I think once the optimizations are done and the bugs are fixed, it'll be even better than Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. It's already better than the vanilla version. It has fewer bugs than the vanilla version did on release. Okay, so here we are on the world map.
You're back with Rocky Mountain monsters. We're way deep in the woods now, and there's footprints all over the place. Steve's done some calls and some wood knocks, and we've gotten some crazy responses. Okay, Bigfoot's here, monster fans. Stay tuned.
So there's a lot of just random chatter like that, and occasionally you'll get music playing. So, on the Overworld map, so you can see what I've explored. You can't zoom in or out. You can't just click and have the Kodiak go all by itself. It's all up close and personal like this. You can't move the camera. You can't zoom in. You can't zoom out. Also, there are random things like this. Natural shelter. So you can rest and heal. You can fix the Kodiak, or you can search. Also, as you can see, skills are now hard gates. They are not percentile chance. So my character with the level 10 pick lock can pick every lock. Will never fail. So let's see if they left any food. Okay. Sometimes you'll find a cache or something.
We've gotten more fan mail from Mother Nancy Reliance of the Gippers. It says, well, it's, violent and needlessly mean. But you know what, listeners? Beautiful handwriting. And now, some music.
Yeah, lots of Western music. You can also turn it off like that. So we're tooling around. Like I said, I have been enjoying my time with Wasteland 3. It has its frustrations. The Supreme Jerk is still ridiculous if you aren't built for it. Like, my party is not really built for it. I wouldn't recommend it for a first playthrough. And just a whole bunch of scrap. Alright. So we're just kind of exploring. I've just been...
Your daily reminder to stay away from the abandoned parts of Denver, where unseen voices whisper and dumpster divers disappear. Brrr, spooky stuff. And now...
Ooh, that's scary. Yeah, we don't need that. I don't know what that is, but it sounds awful. So, I mean, I've mostly just been tooling around, looking for random things. There's Denver. Something to keep in mind, if you want to get back to Ranger HQ...
Just sit tight, November.
You can call in for a tow. It doesn't have any negative impact. It doesn't cost you anything. And you don't have to worry about a load time, but it warps you back and heals you. So, you know, we were over here, and so almost instantaneously we're back over here. It's very handy for that. let's go back to Ranger. No, let's not. I don't want to make you sit through too many load times. So, there have been some complaints about the art. I think it's fine, especially for what it is. I mean, it's an isometric tactical shooter. You know, the art is kind of secondary anyway. Nothing useful there. There are random encounters. They aren't too common, which personally I think is good because they're generally not worth it. Also, all this green stuff is radiation clouds. We are in an irradiated area, but we have enough protection on our Kodiak that it doesn't hurt us.
This is Nelius Dorsey. To any remaining fighters in the mountains, rendezvous at Snowed Inn Resort. Repeat.
He didn't repeat. That's actually something we've been looking for. Someone we've been looking for. You know, sort of. That is this. So we're not directly looking for him, but I've been keeping an eye out. Yeah. Right now, we're just kind of exploring. If I can get a random encounter, I'll go ahead and do it so I can show off the combat. Hey, a cache. Junk. Junk. Junk? That's a lot. Wow. Junk?
This is Rock. Your channels. Does any read? Over. Think immediately back up. Situation critical. Shit.
More scrap. You'll get these, and you won't get any kind of actual location as to where it's going on. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. Wow, there's a lot of junk items in that. Jeez. Yeah, we don't want to go to Aspen yet. We're not ready for Aspen. Oop. Okay, finally. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. Alright, now we were coming up here when we got that transmission. Which would imply... I would have thought it'd be over there, but I don't see anything. I need to upgrade my Kodiak so it goes faster. It's already got 2 speed upgrades too, by the way. Kodiak is kind of pokey. I don't want to go to Aspen yet. We're not ready for Aspen. Actually, we probably are, but I still don't want to do Aspen yet.
Calling all Rangers. Red alert! Red alert! The city of Phoenix is under attack by a rogue AI and its horde of killer robots.
Oh no.
Are you bold enough to make the dangerous trek across the wasteland to reach the city? Can you discover the AI's secret weakness and defeat the robots? If you crave adventure, the Colorado Springs Gaming Club wants you.
Oh.
We play Robots and Rangers every Tuesday night, and we're looking for a few heroes to join our party. We've got the rules and the dice. All we need is your imagination. Oh, and snacks. This is Ranger Control, signing off.
Come in, Team November.
Nope.
This is Ranger HQ. We're picking up a lot of indistinct radio chatter originating from somewhere close to your location. It's doing a hell of a job jamming up the airwaves. Sounds like some kind of code. It may just be some pre-war broadcast, but might be worth investigating. How do you copy?
One word at a time?
I can't lock down an exact spot, but it's definitely coming from somewhere up in the mountain range near your location. Let me know if you find anything. HQ, over and out.
Okay. We have a new side quest. Okay, we do not have a new... Oh, Department of Energy site. That's probably what we're looking for. Nope. Okay, here you go. The Dorseys. Alright, so, small chance to escape. You probably about 25%. If we had a higher survival skill, we could just skip the fight by default. Every world encounter has a survival option. This will force us to have initiative. Sometimes it's a sneaky shit skill, sometimes it's this. And this is just letting the chips fall where they may, attacking them. But we'll do the hard ass. Actually, we do have a tactical nuke. Unfortunately, now we've got a loading screen. Wasteland 3. Yeah, the loading screens, I mean, yeah, it's only about a minute, minute and a half, which in the grand scheme of things is not a long time. But with modern gaming, it certainly feels like it. And I've seen reports, I mean, you can see my specs on my YouTube page. This is not a slouch computer. I have seen people with even beefier computers that are running the game on SSD that have, oh my goodness, that have this issue. Alright, now you can sort of see why random encounters aren't generally worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 enemies. And we're just kind of out here swinging in the breeze. Also, for some reason, 1, 2, 3, 4 of my characters don't get to take a turn. Oh, I didn't even see those guys over there. Alright, well that takes care of him. Oh! Thank the creator. I can't really get the 5 movement. Yeah, submachine guns are really good. Now I just need to get the thing that lets him do it with 1 less ammo. Alright, so got the Kodiak. There we go, that takes care of him. Alright, so here come the blood beasts. And he's gonna shoot us. Ooh, ow. Oh, nice. Alright. There's a clone. He's kind of just a meat shield. Alright. Got a little bit of cover. We currently have friendly fire off because, you know, mainly because I have a fair amount of games in the hopper. And I don't really want to spend forever. Oh, jeez. Blood Beast, Dorsey. Why is your to hit so low? Oh, I never got that taken care of. Okay. Over here. Okay. I need to widen that choke. Let's get you some bonus damage. That's better. Oh, you jerk! Uh-oh, hang on. Sorry, had to sneeze. Yeah, I know my tactics aren't the best. They generally aren't. However, in this situation, there's only so much you can do. Oh, that's a good gun. Let's see, who do we want to do? Let's take care of you. Alright, he's down. Nope, no stray shots. Darn. But I think we're doing pretty good. I mean, especially since we're just going to be going back to Ranger Center once this video is done anyway. And if the clone dies, it drops goo, and you pick up the goo, and you go back to Ranger Central, and you make a new clone. So the clone's not... Ooh! Ow! That sucked. I might just run over the clone. I haven't run over anything. Let's see. There we go. Let's go heal up Diesel. Yeah, he's pretty banged up. Oh, hey, let's use this. I normally wouldn't, but I might as well show it off. This is her cybernetic laser eye. Yeah, it's great fun. Okay, so we killed 3 enemies, and it looks like we just gently shoved the clone out of the way. So there's combat. Not the cleanest, but also not the messiest I've done. Oh. Oh. Clone's not looking so good. Yeah, if he dies, he dies. And then lots of loot. So much loot. Yeah. Bleeding. There. No longer bleeding. And then, if you like, you... Oh, my clone died. Want to pick up the goo. Otherwise, we can't replace him. And we're just looking around to make sure there's no chests or trunks or ammo boxes or the like. Yep. That's everything. Yeah. So we just get back in the Kodiak, and away we go. There's a bit of combat, a bit of exploration. Like I said, I like the game more than 2. It still needs some work. I feel like the decisions carry a bit more weight, although at the same time some of the choices are kind of manipulative. You know, we'll do this thing to make you feel bad. Now, do you really want to do that thing? But it's gonna feel gamey because it's a game. That said, the game saved and loot banner really needs to go under the map, by the way, in Exile. That said, there's a lot of good stuff here. I have enjoyed it more. I think it's pretty solid. I don't know if it's $60 worth of solid. I certainly wouldn't advise running out and getting it now just because of the lack of optimization and the bugs that are there. And I mean, some people are getting game-breaking bugs. I've been lucky. But with a little bit of work, a little bit of patching, a little spackle here and there, yeah, this would be pretty solid. 1 is still obviously the best, in my opinion. I've always been a huge fan of that game, but yeah, this is pretty solid. There's a shocking number of people who have walked from Arizona to Colorado. I've run into at least 5 or 6 people from Arizona that are now here in California or Colorado. I don't know why they're here. I think it's In Exile trying too hard. I mean, all right, it's the Desert Rangers. They went up here in a caravan for reasons. That makes sense, but you know, why would Farron Brygo come to Colorado? Why would Tinker? Why would Gary Wolf? Why would these people come up here? And don't get me started on Angie. It's not really a spoiler. It's mentioned right in the very beginning of the game. But somehow, between 2 and 3, Angie survived the helicopter crash, made it from California to Arizona, I guess on foot, and then made it from Arizona to Colorado. She's not that interesting of a character, guys. Just, you know, Quarex. Quarex is here. You remember him? The video game nerd from the Rail Nomads? He's here. What the hell is he doing here? How is he here? You've moved to a completely different location. You know, hearing Woodson's voice is fine. He's on the radio. He's in charge of the Rangers back in Arizona. That's fine. But it's not adding anything, guys. You know, having Quarex here, you could just have another nerdy character. Or, you know, name him Warax or something. And he's like, you know, the same guy, except he has a different name and they've never met, or something. Whatever. I have probably stronger views than most on when it comes to things like canon. So I may be a little oversensitive about such things, but it seems unnecessary to me. But, you know, they didn't ask me, so what are you going to do? But there you go. We've got a little bit of Wasteland 3 to show off. At some point in the far future, I might do a playthrough and record it like I did for 2. It'll probably be a while. I've got to finish West of Loathing. I've got to do... there's still 2 more gold box games that I want to get through. Part of me is really tempted to do a playthrough of Soma. And also, I've got plenty of stuff that I want to play just to play. So, we'll probably do Wasteland 3, but it won't be until there's been plenty of patches. Those load times are fixed up. And if they're going to do a director's cut, I might just wait until that comes out. So, until next time, folks, have a good one. Oops, I pressed the wrong button.